Hi! Yay, I'm so happy to be live on Instagram for another dose of Lisa's Lowdown on Love Live. And today I am talking about, are they into you or are they not? 10 ways to tell. Are they into you or are they not? 10 ways to tell. Now, if you have a random question about dating and relationships, feel free to just ask, what have you, but I'm going to kick this thing off. We're going to dive in. There are people out there, they're wondering, are these people into me? Are they into me or is this just fake and BS? So let's dive in and begin with reason number one, how to tell that they're into you and how they are not into you. First thing, this person is in touch with you throughout the day. If they're into you, they want to be connected to you throughout the day. Now, I'm not talking about, over blowing up the phone and like way too much, but just the right amount of checking in, showing that you're thought of, showing that they are taking you along their day and really wanting to have you a part of their day. So if you see that, you're like, this person seems into me. They want to connect with me throughout the day. That is definitely a sign to look out for. Number two, they can't get enough of you. So let's say you go out with them, they are already lining up the next plan before the first thing that you're doing is over. So let's say you see each other, it's like Wednesday night, and they're like, okay, so when are you available again? Like, when can we get together again? And they're solid in making plans, and they really are interested in keeping the momentum going with you. That means that they are definitely into you. Number three, they are certain about what they want out of life, and they share that with you. They share what their dreams are, what their ambitions are. They're very open. It's basically because they see you as somebody that they can potentially have a future with. So they want to make sure that you are on the same page and that you want the same things. So if they are even considering you for something serious, they're going to share a lot about themselves, their goals, their dreams, their ambitions, everything that they have going on. Number four, they are genuinely excited to see you. When you are apart and then you see each other again, you are going to be able to see it in their face, to feel it in their hug, to just see it and feel it that they are genuinely excited and happy to see you. You're not going to feel like it was a big imposition to get together or that they're preoccupied. They are fully focused on you and they are happy and excited and they are affectionate and very welcoming of you arriving and you guys being together again. Number five, you can tell that they're into you when they introduce you to their friends, and especially in the beginning. Like, it's normal in the beginning that they want to kind of keep you to themselves. You're just starting to learn about each other. So in that beginning stage, it is normal for like probably the first month that you're going to be almost in this like one-on-one little hibernation. But somewhere in the beginning of like the second month, when they are like, yeah, I'm really into this person. Like, I can see them being something significant in my life. I can see this going forward. I can see this being serious. They will introduce you to their friends. And that also means that they've already talked about you to their friends already. They'll start off with friends. Maybe then they'll up level to family. You'll start to be, brought around their family as well. Don't rush it though, not necessary, but definitely once they start to want to bring you around the people who they care about the most, it is a solid sign that they are into you. And the opposite is true too. See, so if they're not into you, they are not going to want to invite you to anything. It's going to be a one-on-one thing. You're going to wonder, like, who are these friends? Like, you talk about them, but I never met them. And they're going to be reluctant to bring you into their world. They're going to only have you like a segment of their life, but they're not going to incorporate you into all of their life. And that means introducing you to the people that they care about and that they love. Number six, when they are into you, they are asking you questions about you. They want to get to know everything about you. They want to know about your upbringing. They want to know about your friends, your job. They want to know everything that happens in your world. They want to understand you better. and they're not going to only talk about themselves. They are interested in you. They are into you. They are going to want to know as much about you as possible. And they're going to ask very curious questions, and they're probably going to ask more questions about your worldview and your values. So once somebody starts asking you things about, what do you think of this? And what if we were to do this? Would that be something that you would like? And how are you when it comes to this? They are really into you. Like, they're trying to figure out, like, can I see a future with this person? So that is a very important sign as well. The other thing is they want to know your friends. They want to know your family. They want to know about you. They want to meet, that's number 7. They want to meet your tribe. They want to know and see what you're like with the people that you love the most. They want to see you around your friends that you've known for years and years and years, so that they can see that side to you. Again, they're very into you. They want to just see what you're like in all different scenarios. And if they're not into you, it's going to be very siloed. You're going to notice that, let's say you have parents visiting or relatives visiting, they're going to find a way to be busy, or they're not going to want to be a part of it. They're just going to say something like, oh, you go have fun with your family. I already made plans to be with my friends. And you're going to be like, oh, that kind of sucks, because I would have had you, meet them. And the other thing is too, for people who are in a little bit of a longer term relationship, pay attention to how the family vibe goes, because as you are progressing in a relationship, there should be progression. There should be going to each other's families' houses for holidays, for special events, for things. If that's not happening, then that's possible that they just have you in a certain area of their lives for a certain point. Like, they can only go to a certain point with you. They're not really looking to merge lives with you long term. They're like maybe interested in like the boyfriend girlfriend scenario, but they don't really see it as going any further than that. So that's something really important to pay attention to, because a lot of people waste a lot of time in these relationships where there really isn't a future plan, but you're just kind of hanging out, knocking around, being boyfriend girlfriend indefinitely. And if that's your vibe, then cool, enjoy. But if it's for people who are watching that really want something significant, they want that long-term commitment, they want marriage, they want a commitment ceremony. It doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, but some kind of something that shows that you are truly together. So yeah, very important that you check those clear signs that they are into you. The other thing that shows that they are into you is that they want to take care of you. They have a nurturing care for your well-being. Maybe they'll ask you to be sure to text me that you got home okay. Or if you're going somewhere like a business trip or something, they'll be like, text me that you arrived, or let's check in to let me know that you're safe. Like, they have this genuine concern for you. That's how you can tell they're into you. If there's no genuine concern and they can go a full day without talking to you and they're just kind of like take it or leave it, they're not into you. You're just kind of there for entertainment. You're filler in their life. You're not the thing. They're not looking future with you. They can take it or leave it. And I have a philosophy that, when somebody tells me they can take it or leave it, I leave it. So number 9 is when they are into you, they don't pressure you to move ahead quickly in the relationship. They are very gentle with you. They're not rushing anything. They just want to get around you. They want to know you. They're fascinated by you. They're just really curious, and they know that curiosity builds even more over time. So there's no rush to accelerate anything, put forth ideas that are just too premature, and they really just want to take it slow. So when they say things like, I want to go slow with you, oh my God, that's when you know, wow, this person really likes me. It's like they're not putting any demands, any pressures on you, but they really want to consistently be around you and get to know you, and they want to build trust with you. That's when you can tell, like, this is real deal stuff. And then finally, They are responsive and perceptive towards your love language. So the way that you want to receive love, right? If you're a type of person that it matters to you if you are in touch throughout the day and you want the words of affirmation and you tell them this and you say, here's how I like to receive love. I love for people to affirm and be in touch with me with texting and talking throughout the day. Okay, and they do that for you. That means they're into you. That means that they are hearing you, that they're like, you know what, this is how this person wants to receive love, and I'm willing to give them love in that way. Let's say it's, doing nice things for you. If you see them that they're willing to fix something or willing to, make something easier for you in your life, then you can tell, okay, this person's totally into me. And it's a feeling that you have. You know when somebody's totally into you, you're like, I think this person's really into me. And it only makes you decide, am I into them the same? Can I see a future with this person? And if you don't, then you cut it and you be kind. Because if this person's into you and they're falling for you and you're kind of like, I'm not really sure, I don't even know, then the answer is no and you need to be moving on. But if it's a thing where it's mutual and you're like, wow, I really like this person, and then you're observing and you're seeing how they're coming at you, and you can tell, you're like, I think they're really into me. I can tell they're into me. Like they're doing all the right things. That's where you can tell that they're into you. Like when you're observing your time together and you keep saying like, they just keep showing up. They keep showing up for me and they keep doing the right things. And so I want to continue and I want to see more. So when you're feeling these things, just know that they are into you. When you're feeling the opposite, trust your gut. It means you're wasting your time. They're probably not into you. They might have another agenda. Maybe they want to just be like a friends with benefits. They're not looking to label anything. They're not looking to refer to you as, a significant person in their life, however way that shows. And they're just being ambivalent. Anybody who says to you this thing about, I don't want to label it. Really? Well, that's ambivalence, and that doesn't show me that you're into me. That shows me that you can take it or leave it and that you don't value it. If you don't value it, then what's the point of having it, right? So, if somebody introduces you, it's a really great question to ask. If somebody asks me, this was the question that I was given. This is a really good question. This is telling me that, who I'm dealing with this person that I'm seeing. He says to me, if you were out and somebody asked you what your deal was, and I was like, okay, like you put me in a scenario, like you put me in a situation where I'm out and someone strikes up a conversation with me and they ask me, so what's your deal? Are you single? Like what's going on? I don't see a ring. And then what would you say? And it's like a great question. I was like, wow, look at you trying to lock it down. So I said, I would say that I am seeing someone. Because that is true for me. That's where I'm at. So he was like, okay, got it. So you're seeing someone. So I was honest, right? I wasn't going to say I'm with someone. I wasn't going to say, at least not in that time of the bond that we had at that time. I was like, no, I'm seeing someone. That's true for me at the time. Then as time goes on and you start to really be like, okay, wait a second, we're getting more intimate, we're sharing more details about our lives. I don't want to do this with anybody else. I don't really see myself opening up and really focusing on anybody else right now. Then you can say something like, I'm with somebody, and it's new and it's, just nice. And so I said that, and then, they feel better. So when they're into you, it means that they want to know, like, where are you at? And they're asking all these questions because they're starting to feel feelings for you. So Michael Martels asks, so does that mean you're committed? I don't know if you mean in general or if you mean me. I'm a commitment girl. Like, I'm the type of person that, first of all, I'm a very, very relationship person. I love the growth and the reflectiveness, the awareness that comes from not only focusing on myself, but having another person to consider in my life. I find that it grounds me. It makes me less selfish, less self-absorbed. It also helps me step into some patience and tolerance and compassion. And I just always feel as if I am growing and learning more about myself when I am in a relationship with somebody else. This is not to say that I'm one of these people that like, I don't like being single. Like, I've been single, it's fine. I can be plenty busy single and have a blast of a life single. It's just, I think I am so secure in my singlehood that I don't remain single for long. So I'm always getting like snatched up from somebody. So then it just is a matter of, is this the right person for me? And I prefer to focus on one person at a time. I'm very loyal. I don't do well when I'm scattered in my energy. I prefer to date, and this is just my dating style. I prefer to focus on one person full on. And then if we are to only be friends, because for whatever reason, we just realize like this isn't hitting it for either one of us, or one person and not the other, then we can actually be friends because we weren't lying and being shady, dating 5 different people at once. We could actually be like, okay, let's be friends, and we can actually be friends. So I hope that answered your question. I mean, I share what I go through in my own personal dating experience and relationship experience, because that's the way we learn. I pride myself on being super authentic about where I'm at, so that other people can maybe be inspired or learn how to navigate their own relationships by what I'm experiencing. And by no means what's good for me doesn't necessarily mean it's good for everybody, but there are certain things that have worked for me, which is getting clear about my dating style, what works for me, what doesn't. And why that's important is because that's how you could establish some healthy boundaries. So if you're dating and you don't want to know that that person is seeing other people, right? You have to be honest, and you have to say, so my dating style is that like, I'm only gonna, hang out with you. I don't like to date other people. Now, there are other coaches out there who, and I understand their logic in this. They say that you should date as many people as possible until one person tells you that they want exclusivity. So that is another approach. I don't hate on any approach, one over the other. I know girls who went in that approach and they quickly got somebody to lock it down. And what I did in my most recent relationship that I'm exploring right now is I alluded to that. I wasn't really like dating 5 guys at once, but what I did was I said nothing. And I just let them think whatever. And sometimes saying less is more. And what I didn't say anything. It wasn't even a thing. It was like, this guy went out with me once and knew. I mean, this is the narrative that I'm being given. It's like, I'm into you. Definitely 100%. Like, you are the woman I've been waiting for my whole life, that I never thought would come. Very nice, but now it's early and it's new and it's something that, I'm just exploring to see, is he legit, or is it just, saying words and, seeing how I respond. So you have to be very careful with what is coming your way, especially in the beginning. You're just allowing yourself time to know this person, to see the continuity and the consistency in their actions. So people could tell me all day long that I'm the woman of their dreams and that, they think I came from the clouds parted and down I came for them. And that's wonderful, lovely, but I want to see consistent actions before I go buying into some, magical fairy tale that you're trying to serve up. So as much as I could be very feminine and yummy and receiving of all these lovely things, gifts and dinners and fun times together and quality times spent together. I love all that, wonderful, but I want to be incredibly grounded, and I want to proceed in a way that's authentic for me, because then when I really step into having serious feelings for someone, it is coming from truth, and it's not just being swept up in the moment, in the emotions. Ask Diggs says, don't let the emotions cloud it. Exactly, because it's very easy when you're feeling all these chemicals and you're, getting all in it. And that's why I recommend also like holding off on sex for as long as possible. Like really, get them to be exclusive with you before having sex. Get it to a level where they are only interested in you and you are only hanging out with them, and that you can tell that this is a person that I can totally fall for. And you might even be falling already before the sex happens. Now, I'm not saying there aren't things that you can't do physically, sexually to kind of tell if they're what you want, right? There's other stuff. There are ways that you can find out, like, yeah, like you can tell, like, oh my God, the sex is going to be amazing. Like when that finally happens, it's going to be incredible because I could already tell. But, you don't have to like go through with that after 4 dates. You don't have to be like, oh my God, I just met this person. You want to get to really get that feeling for them. Do you taste good? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Well, I'm wearing some vanilla cream lotion today, but I don't think you could eat it. I do taste kind of good today, actually. Kind of coconutty, vanilla coconut. Oh, I didn't know. Wow, I didn't know that I could be edible. So, yes, thank you for that question, Eddie. I don't know why you're asking that question. Do I taste good? That's what I want to know. Kind of sounds like a dick bag, so I will be sure to block you after this live is over. So this is for you. Anyway, moving right along. Anybody else has some like real questions about dating, relationships, commitment? Why my crush smiles? I don't know what that means. Why my crush smiles at me even when her friends, even when she's in a relationship with her friend. I don't know what that means. Okay, so yeah, people want to know more about how they can tell when they're wasting your time, right? So here's the way to tell if somebody's wasting your time. You just basically can see how they're treating you with regards of the time that they want to spend with you. So the deal is this. As you get to know somebody, they should be wanting to spend more time with you, not less. If they're throttling back the time that they spend with you, it probably means that they only want you for sex, or they only want like a friends with benefits type of situation, or they're just not where you're at. Now, this is why it's really important to communicate what you want. Be very clear about what you want, right? Take me, for example, before. Like, I don't tolerate bullshit on any level. I do these videos to be of service to people, and if any clown asshole decides to come on here and disrespect me, they're not here anymore. I block them because it ruins it for the other people. Now, social media could obviously be like this big cluster of you know what, and you go on and you do these videos and people like to drop in and be complete asshats. And so it's up to you to hold yourself in a way where it's do no harm, but take no shit, right? I'm here to be giving and authentic and fun and lovely to people, but if you mess with me, you're going to get the wrath. So that's kind of how I roll. And, that's how I coach people. I inspire them to be secure in themselves, to own their truth, to not be pushed around, to say no when they mean no, to say yes when they mean yes, and don't make things cloudy. Own your truth. Be true to who you are. Do no harm, take no shit, and just lead a very happy, peaceful life. So I hope that helps you out. Those are 10 reasons why they might be into you, 10 reasons to know, to tell if they're into you or not. I'm Lisa, the Love Coach. You can find me at lovequestcoaching.com. And you could also take the quiz, the Love Block quiz, which you can find by clicking into my profile in my bio. There is a link. I created a quiz that helps people to determine where and how and why they are blocked in love. If they're not getting the kind of love that they want, whether they're single or in a relationship, this quiz is designed to tell you why that is and what you can do about it. So check out Love Quest Quiz or simply click the link in my bio. And if you're catching me on YouTube right now, you can also click the link below that's going to bring you right to the quiz. And then you can tell me what your results were, and if necessary and if open to it, we can do a session, a one-on-one 60-minute consultation session together, you and me, via Zoom. Those are super fun. You always come away with great wisdom, great answers to your questions. You get a lot of clarity. And as you know, when you're clear, you are empowered. When you know stuff, you can make decisions, powerful decisions, and no one can mess with you when you're clear in your mind and clear in your heart. Much love to you. Until next time, I'm Lisa, the Love Coach. Have a wonderful day.